shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Concern is Lamar Jackson. When you look at this squad situation, the way he runs with the football, you could go about 1,017 yards rushing. He's the leading rusher for the #1 rushing attack in all of football and the #1 offense in all of football. Oh, by the way, they ranked 26th in the pass. Obviously, that's not that important to them. They need to run the football. And Lamar Jackson has a lot to do with their ability to run that football. When you look at everything else,
he's a 1,000-yard rusher. That quad injury right there, it's like a setback. You got to be concerned with that. You got to be day-to-day with them, how the team got it running, but they going to make sure they don't rush him back or anything, or just rush him into being on that field. They know he's the most important player on the field for this team to continue doing what they're doing, is to win. They know he's important to this team. They can't allow anything to happen to him. They got to be concerned about him. They can't be worried about the playoffs right now. They need to worry about getting him ready before the playoffs come up.
They have available to them, and you look at their leading receivers. Mark Andrews can play. Hollywood Brown can play. We all know that those are your two top receivers right there. Snead is still there and what have you. I'm just looking at them and I'm saying their success is predicated on the running ability of Lamar Jackson. He is what him and Marcus Peters, obviously we got to give Marcus Peters some love again, but he is what has really, really turned this franchise into a Super Bowl contender because of the dynamic that he brings to the equation. Without Lamar Jackson running the football effectively, the Ravens really, you don't look at them the same. And
you're not going to respect it because of that injury right there. They got to make sure everything is right with his quad. They can't, rush him back into anything and have it reactivated. They gotta be a lot cautious with this injury. They gotta make sure everything is okay before they allow him back on the field. Because every part of that team is that running game will get that team going. Because everyone will be concerned about that run game. Then they open everything up in that pass game because you gotta worry about how they run the football. And that's their strong suit, is running the football, and he's the big part of that.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm in the Ravens, I don't even play him Thursday. It's against the Jets. If you can't, listen, I know your backup is Robert Griffin III, and we haven't seen him too much in the last half decade, but the bottom line is this. If you can't beat the Jets, okay, then excuse me, you ain't no Super Bowl contender.
And between Mike Vick and Lamar Jackson, there was Robert Griffin III. By the way, let's not forget what he was as a rookie.
No, he was...
Play RG3 because you know what y'all aiming for, and that's a championship. Play this right. Don't put him in. Let him sit out at least, 1 or 2 games? At least just be that concerning. Sit him out. Trust RG3 to run his offense. Trust him. Roll with him for 2 games just to be on the safe side and have Lamar Jackson healthy for the playoff run.
He was unbelievable.
He almost got amputated by Holodinata.
And by the way, played on a leg he shouldn't have played.
That's
Begged
right.
his coach to play. They put him in, never the same.
That's
so
right.
Lamar Jackson, I agree with you about the rest. But
Right.
which presents the bigger problem for their team? Is it Mahomes' hand or Lamar Jackson's leg? So in order to answer the question, you have to imagine that it handicaps their ability to do the thing that makes them great, right? Actually, Mahomes' injury is worse for his team. Mahomes can run, but he ain't going to beat you with his legs all night. Lamar Jackson can throw, but he might be able to beat you with his arm. Don't forget, I bring up that Warren Sharp stat all the time. Most accurate 21-year-old passer in football history, in NFL history. But even compared to other rookies, right, who weren't 21, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, like are these great quarterbacks? Carson Palmer, not to mention Goff and Wentz. Higher completion percentage, more yards per attempt, lower interception rate. As rookies, now is he a better or worse passer?
You got to be concerned with both of them. Mahomes, throwing ability for Kansas City, they need that hand to be well as well. You got to be concerned with that as well. You don't know if it's swollen or not. You got to make sure everything is okay with him. Because he made that offense go with his throwing ability. Lamar Jackson with the quad. With their running ability, he made that run game even stronger. Make that run game go. And you got to be cautious with both of these quarterbacks because they is the key to helping their teams get to the Super Bowl. If they meet up in the playoff in the championship game and had the rights to try to go for the Super Bowl, you won't need them two guys on the field.
Faster than he was last year. He's better. The Ravens have enough talent on defense, but even on offense, that Lamar Jackson, even though when you take away the running ability, of course it's going to affect his game, can beat you with the weapons around him, both sides of the ball, from the pocket more easily than Mahomes could beat you given his team if he really just has to rely on his legs. I actually think Mahomes' injury is a bigger deal here. I think it's a bigger deal. I think it's harder for the Chiefs to win if Mahomes can't throw the ball.
Well, see, I get where you're coming from. I just a personal preference. If I got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and I got Watkins as well, and I got Damian Williams and Shady McCoy with Andy Reid as my play caller, I think I got a shot even without Patrick Mahomes. I got no shot if I'm Baltimore without Lamar Jackson. None.
Well, I mean, first
I don't see it
when
that
Lamar
way.
Jackson took over the team, everything changed.
Yeah.
And they changed the offense and everything. But you mentioned there is a quarterback on the team who could at least approximate in a much dimmer version at this point in his career some of the things Lamar Jackson could do. When Mahomes went down, the Chiefs were fundamentally not the same team.
I'm gonna be honest,
they weren't winning.
I hate this topic because I want both of these guys to be healthy. How crushing would it be if Lamar Jackson couldn't be playing at the end of the season or Patrick Mahomes couldn't be playing?
Yes. Everyone be crushed. It's like when Mahomes got hurt in the middle of the season, the team had a little drop-off. They was losing games. He came back. Look at the difference he did. He helped them back winning the games again. They won a big game against the Patriots. That's when his hand got hurt again. He got hurt. Another injury, I mean. Like, you just got to be concerned with your franchise players. Like, with that hand is a big concern. With his quad injury for Baltimore, it's a big concern because these two guys are the big pieces to these teams to success.
With the type of years that he's
That's
having.
why Stephen A is 100% right.
By the way,
must rest
and
Lamar.
by the way, that kid McCole Hardman for the Kansas City Chiefs, that brother's no joke either. So this is just additional weapons that you add to the equation. I understand what you're saying about Patrick Mahomes, but I just gave you 5 or 6 dudes on Kansas City's offense. Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, and no scrubs to the Baltimore Ravens. Mad respect. Mark Ingram got a lot of love for that brother. But I'm just telling you.
But bottom line is they weren't winning when Mahomes went down.
But you know what? Alex Smith is going. You hand the reins to Mahomes. Nobody else even sees a snap because this dude is there.
That's the business.
I mean, that might have a lot to do with it. In the case of Baltimore, you're looking at Lamar Jackson. Again, everything is predicated on his ability to run the football the way that he does.
Well, yes, and complete passes down the field on first down, and he's been doing that too.
But I'm just saying, it's all predicated on the fear of his running ability. So as a result, it compromises your secondary because you constantly got to.
Yes, you constantly have to worry about him running the football. It opened everything up for everyone on that offense because people have to worry about Lamar Jackson either keeping the football or handing it out to Ingram or throwing the football. They don't even know which one he's going to do, but they most likely know he's going to run the football. It keep all teams' secondary concerned about him running. And that's the way it opened everything up for his wide receivers. So you had to be concerned with his injury. Now, he is the crucial part of that team. He is the biggest piece of that team. They need him healthy to help the Ravens go.
If not 2 on this brother because he's such an electrifying runner. That compromises. If he's not behind center, then guess what? You could drop 2 dudes back into the secondary.
It'll be interesting. if Lamar was compromised running for a week or two, and iced the MVP, like just made it no doubt because he was beating teams without running just from the pocket. I think he's capable of doing it.
Yeah, but I just don't want him doing that against the Jets.
I don't know. We're talking about the playoffs
anybody
coming
hit you. Anybody can hit you. You don't need to play against the Jets. Rest them this week.
Rest them this week. The playoffs is more important than now. I'm saying that because what y'all aiming for, y'all need number 8 to be healthy. Let RG3 go under center. Sit Lamar Jackson down and have him ready to go for this playoff run. Don't risk it for Thursday night game.
Rest him this week.
No question. We want both these guys
Get like a nice masseuse just every day. That's his practice. You know what I'm saying? They're getting
You're available.
Getting it all out.
Need him.
Excuse me?
If you're available.
No, I don't do those. I don't do those. I get those done.
You just receive them.
I get those done. I receive them.
Okay.
I don't get.
I don't think Lamar Jackson wants to give you.
No, I don't think so. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights.